I just had a very enlightening conversation with tech support at Schlage, and I wanted to share it because I know I was living in the dark about understanding how it works. Maybe you're not, but I know that I was. So if you're familiar with Schlage's classic obverse keyways, C, E, C, E, F, E, F, G, F, G, those 7, well, they have that same family of keyways in Primus. In the classic obverse, you've got those 7 classic keyways, and you've got the multi-section blanks above there, and then the all-section blank. H is 1, L is the all-section blank, and I forget the other 2 multi-section, but we'll look at that. Well, there's the same structure for Primus. When you look in the Primus service manual, it tells you what the side bit bitting is, the side bit milling, what its bitting is for the keyway. If you want to see what the finger pins are for C, you can look in the manual and it will tell you. But when you look at the side bit milling for CE or E, it's a different side bit milling. Well, here's that HP sitting on top of C, E, and CE, and I'm scratching my head saying, how will that pass those 3 cylinders where there are different side bit millings? The answer is they won't, because the side bit millings are different. It's that simple. But why would a multiplex system exist in the first place? And the answer is as follows. Let's switch to the screen view and we'll talk it out. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Okay, so 35157 is the typical key blank for Schlage Primus. You know, we're talking level 1 here. And here's our key. Here's an actual photo of a key with a side bit milling. Well, here's a customer supplied photo, so let's just look at this one. Got a side bit milling here. Now, if I study this enough, I'll probably get to the point where I can read that, but I never trained myself to sight read. I'm thinking we have a right and a left cut here, maybe a center, maybe I don't know, maybe a center. Hard to say. Well, this might be a left cut. Yeah. Anyway, I'd have to practice, and I haven't practiced. There's a good video, a picture showing a side bit milling. Anyway, you get the point. You've got this side bit milling. Okay. You're familiar with that, obviously. Here's that multiplex structure I was talking about. So there's 2 multi-section blanks. There's there's a simplex, an FGP, and then there's the all-section blank. So as I stare at these 3 keyways, I say to myself, how does the H work? Because I know the side bit milling for CP, CEP, and EP are different. I know that. How do I know that? Well, here's how I know that. The Primus service manual, I won't open it here. I'll open it here because I want you to know where to find it, the manufacturer's page. And then you can just do a Control F on your keyboard for Primus. And that will pull up the Primus service manual. And in this manual, we're going to be able to find everything regarding Primus is here, at least what they publish. This is a patented restricted key system. Okay. So here we go. In Primus, side bit milling is 62266. That's going to be the finger pins that you're going to use. 6, 2, 2, whatever it was. Okay, left, right, and center. You can study about this, is what I'm saying. But what's making my noodle is, how would an H work if you've got a 62266 for a C, a 62422 and a CEP, and a 62422, which is the same. CEP and EP are the same, but they're different than CP. And I said to the factory, how is that being accomplished? Are you literally dropping finger pins? where you would only have the 6-2 work? And of course the answer was no, absolutely not. That defeats the purpose of Primus. And the tech support person at Schlage said it to me 3 times. It won't work. And the key phrase that the tech support person was telling me the tech support person was saying in 2 Primus accounts you can't have a multi-section blank. And what I eventually was able to gather and grasp and then fully understand is when you have a Primus account number, you have a side bit milling associated to you. I was thinking in my head that just like the CP and the EFP and the GP and the CEP and the FP, they have assigned side bit millings. But what was still baking my noodle was the fact that this exists. If these are different side bit millings, how does this exist? Why would you need an all section blank if you've got different side bit millings? It then occurred to me the only way it would work is that there is a unique side bit milling associated with the Primus account number. So you can absolutely have a multi and all section family, a multiplex family, but you have to create that from the beginning so that when the system is originated at the factory, they're going to assign a side bit milling that is tied to that account number and that account number, period. So as you move along, you can service that installed system with new cylinders and new key blanks and new keys because it's all tied back to that account number. Now let's talk about why this came up in the first place. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now let's get back to it. So this all came up in the first place from this perspective. I have a client and he is ordering a deadbolt. And it's going to be in a particular keyway. CP, CEP, it's one of the two. But he wants to expand his system in the future by buying more hardware. But the outline originally is I want a different keyway because I don't want building A and building B. I don't want either of their keys to enter the other building. I'm going to combinate them so that they don't turn, but I don't even want them to enter. And I said to the client, well, what you need is a multi-section blank. And I said at that point, I have to find out how this works because I don't know, because I know the side bit millings are going to be different. So what the customer needs to do is one of two things. Originate the system day one have a factory originated system where a side bit milling will be associated with that Primus account number. So that when the client in the future wants to add that other deadbolt, add those HP multi-section blanks, there will be a side bit milling associated to that account. So the key blanks, whether it be HP or EFP or EP, doesn't matter what the broaching in the cylinder plug is and the milling on the key blank, but they will mill the side bitting in the key blank regardless of the keyway to be the proper side bit milling. This all might be obvious to you. It wasn't to me, and now I completely understand it. So if you want to do a multiplex family of Primus, you've got to get an account. You have to have a side bit milling associated with that account, and then you can play completely within the multiplex environment. Reason for multiplexing is in this client's case, he doesn't want keys from building A to even enter the broaching in the cylinder plug of building B. The primary reason for multiplexing is because you can only get so many theoretical bittings out of a Schlage 6-pin system. It's 4,096 theoretical. Well, what if you need 9,000 bittings? You're going to do that. You're just going to do it over many keyways, or you're going to change the key system altogether. You can't get 9,000 in a single keyway from Schlage is the bottom line. I hope this helps someone at some point. I know I was very relieved to finally learn how it works. That's the journey of locksmithing. Every day there's a new thing to learn, and that's certainly what keeps it interesting and challenging and just difficult to want to continue to be involved in. Thank you very much. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.